There we go. Let's do the old testimony of the audio.
Oh, we're live, are we? That's good.
I mean, see, it was such a breaking news. We couldn't get our stylists in to do the proper treatment, so we, dishevelled look today. Maybe. Or I think a lot of the world has become more dishevelled every week, so people can expect longer haircuts for a bit, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a haircut for sure. So hey everybody, how's it going? You guys probably know why you're here. I mean, you've clicked on the video, you saw the announcement, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. So bye. That's all we had to talk about.
Oh, I think the us is playing us. There we go. See, I had 3 versions of the audio playing, so it was hard to work out which one was actually which. Hello, Stuart. Welcome back. What did we do yesterday? We did something yesterday, didn't we?
No, we didn't. We did. We filmed with the Trekyards originals.
This is true.
And I did a live last night.
Yes, I saw. Seemed to go well.
Yeah, it did. But other than that, no, we didn't do anything yesterday. Today was going to be the enemy review, but then right as I was getting ready to do that, we got this news.
Yep.
And saw the nice little post from, Anson Mount and Rebecca Romaine and Ethan Peck.
And special guest Anson Mount's beard.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I just finished watching Hell on Wheels. I actually finished the series, and man, he's Cullen Bohannon in that, and goddamn. It's a good show. You guys should watch it.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, it's newer. It's a few years old, I think. They got 5 seasons. And Cole Meany's in it too. So you got Chief O'Brien in there as well.
Sweet.
Yep. Well, his badge is only on the wrong side because the camera is flipped because of Skype.
Yeah, it'd be weird. It's a stupid comment. It kind of is a stupid comment. It's like, yeah, I mean, doy. You don't think I put on the right thing. I know you can change it in the... Maybe I undid it because it was annoying me at one point. But anyway, yeah, I was bicycle riding, as I often do. And I came back, so I took my 45 minutes, 50 minutes off. I came back and had like...
15 messages.
Yeah, 3 Facebook messages and 21 notifications, 3 of which were from the Trekyards. It's like, we have a habit, we've been doing this for a long time now, of everyone... Well, it is great. We're not saying it's not great, don't worry. You all think you're the first one to tell us, and the 100th person still thinks the same thing. That said, occasionally we get the person who's generally way before, and we're like, ooh. But today it was a gentle, constant stream. I think Mr. Pike's face says it all, really.
That's a good thumbnail, by the way. Just saying.
Thank you.
Something's been fixed on it. I'm not going to say what. Maybe you guys can figure it out. Somebody's already guessed in the chat, so...
Well, if you're going to do proper treks, you do it properly. I think that's a fair expectation. Or a fair hope.
That being said, everybody's saying that it's Kurtzman Trek, so they don't want to see it, and it's like, ugh, guys. I don't know how much involvement Kurtzman is going to have, and that'd just be a name. I don't know.
Well, it's like Rod Roddenberry. Rod has so much involvement. No, he doesn't.
And Dan23, I didn't post a picture on Instagram today, so I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway.
Oh, wow, Stuart. Stuart, 190 people watching already.
Official.
Well, it's 200 already, Stuart.
Ooh, everybody hit like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You know the routine, guys.
Yeah.
And looking forward to hearing your guys' thoughts on this and just kind of having some discussions about what we'd like to see, what we can expect to see probably. And just it's an exciting announcement. A lot of people are really jazzed for it. I am too. More Trek is always good. And they did listen to the fans. This is what the fans requested. And so as we saw with season 2 of Discovery, they did listen to fans for that as well, made some course corrections, changed a few things, and season 2 was a lot better than season 1. So we got to give them credit where credit's due. They are listening, so that's very good.
And you said credit's due. Credit to Trekzilla54. He just
Saw that.
subscribed. So credit to you, sir, for choosing us to subscribe to. It is free, but it takes at least 5 seconds of effort. So well done, you.
Make sure you click the notification bell icon to all. It's very important. And you can also join the channel. We get some cool stuff if you guys are looking to join the lives on a regular basis. It's a good feature to have.
I'll just start sharing. You're doing about.
You do that.
I'll stop listening.
You do that. You can join at the rank of Commander, Captain, or Admiral, of course. And there's some cool bonus goodies there. And you can support us other ways as well. Super chats are great. Great way to get your question answered or your comment read on air, as well as just being part of the regular chat. We've got so many regular people that join us that we kind of know you guys. We feel like we know you, and it's a good community to be part of. So 202 of you here. Everybody hit that like button. Let's get those likes up right away while Samuel is sharing the video, and then we will get right into the discussion part of the show. It's good to see new names and whatever in the chat. So hopefully you guys enjoy and hit subscribe and come back and check out all of our content, because we got a lot of cool stuff and we do a lot of regular lives that you guys can be a part of. And super chats are great because they do help the channel go. They're like we're like the Packlids. You are rich. You will make us go. No. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, there's many ways to do so. Super chats are a great way during the lives, or you can join the channel at the rank of Commander, Captain, or Admiral, as I said. And also there's Patreon, PayPal. You can send to PayPal if you like. Head over to Trekyards.com and click the donate button. That's another way. Or buy any of the Trekyards merchandise. Links down below. There's links to the Teespring store and a bunch of other cool stuff down there that you guys hopefully will check out and enjoy. Those links for all that stuff are in every description for every video. So yeah, there's lots to do and see to help out the channel. And yeah, hopefully he'll be done in just a second so we can get right into this. Trekzillis 54. I watch you guys a lot, but I honestly don't know why I didn't subscribe until now. That's the problem. A lot of people watch the content. Like 44% of the people that watch our stuff aren't subscribed, which is a crazy number to me. But anyway, thank you for subscribing. It means a lot. Just make sure you click the notification bell icon to all, because that also helps the algorithm and helps us out, and it's very important. So that also helps.
I'm back. I just thought of a little joke, little in joke.
Okay.
You ready?
No.
Stuart, we got our new Trek. We got our new Trek. Get it?
A new Trek. Yes. I want to point out to everybody that we are ranked properly. I have the captain's ranked. He is the commander. His uniform's a lot nicer than mine, but I intend to upgrade at some point in the future.
And in fact, it's absolutely olive. It's a beautifully olive,
yeah.
And yet, I mean, you can't tell it's not fully gold. Like you can kind of see, but I mean, this looks. It's weird how that actually does that. So
Yeah,
do you want to burn through some super chats, which obviously is how we support the channel. You guys are what make us go really, really positive, and then we'll have a great discussion, I think.
Did you listen to me give my pitch while you were sharing?
No.
Because I said the same thing. You guys will make us go.
No, I have to undo it so I can focus, because sometimes it's quite loud. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Anyway, Olivia Julius throws in $5. I wonder if they will use old Picard props,
They will.
mainly hashtag Picard fertilizer.
Yep, those CGI props will definitely be reused.
And I still maintain that that's not a Picard fertilizer. I think it's more of a Picard crop duster or sprayer, more for pests and pesticides than it would be for fertilizing. But anyway, they probably combine the two in the future.
Well, we might have a video about that later on where you can make that a very debate.
That's a very good point. Ozzy is here, and he puts in $5. All hail the great commander and his captain, Foley skeleton hands.
With correct bands. Perfect.
Yes. Tom Casey, $2.
Thank you.
Great for Trekkies, in my opinion. I would agree. I would concur with that.
And so out the blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been rumored. We've heard rumblings
We'll
of...
keep going back to super chats. That'll be part of the brief. But yeah, saying it's so like just today. It's just here it is.
Fleet Pass with back $2.
Thank you.
Hit 50 quick. Let's hit 100. Hashtag make me pay. We have 250 people here now. Everybody hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel.
And
as well.
if you like our uniforms. See, we put the extra bit of effort in, like Anson Mountain did in the picture to side of us.
And Vance 1982 in the chat says, I think I like the green wraparound uniform better than the standard casual yet workable. I also have a green wraparound uniform as well. Maybe I should change halfway through. I don't know. Prime 1351, $5.
Thank you.
feel like Star Trek is falling in the same trap as Star Wars, focusing on one era and refusing to move forward. That said, Pike was good, so we'll see. Well, it's still 10 years before TOS, which raises a question we'll talk about in a minute. But we also have Picard as well. I mean, so they are working two eras right now.
Well, three. Discovery in the future.
Well, yes,
They are.
absolutely.
They're actually no. They're not in the same year. They're actually moving to the future in two of the shows. I still don't think Section 31 is going to happen, or at least in the way it's been done. I never thought. You know how I said. You know how my feelings on that. But this is the by audience demand. But yes.
Nebula 1701. Nice name. I like that.
Yes.
$5.
Thank you.
Fleet credits in K7.
What? Sorry, Stuart.
Hold on,
What?
let me get back. There I am. All right. 5 Starfleet credits to spend in K7.
That will make a difference. Those credits go a long way.
No, we don't have money in the future. Jarazia puts in $5. Fingers crossed they are finally listening. Discovery Season 2 ending was crap, but Pike and company were the closest thing to real Trek since 2005. I'll give it a shot. That's a great attitude to have. It's kind of where I'm sitting right now. So,
although, you know what? Let's put Chris Pine a la Beyond, written by Simon Pegg, with this version of Pike. That'd work well. That'd work well.
Sure.
Written by Pegg.
Chris Pine. Chris Pine wouldn't do it because he's a greedy bastard. But anyway, Katie Carr puts in $2. I'm cautiously optimistic with the show. Again,
but we said that about Picard and we were let down heavily. So, but we'll still be optimistic because that's our job. Yeah.
But we should go in optimistically and then let them disappoint us. Let's put it that way. Fleet Pod Swiftback puts in $2. 127 likes. I know we can hit 150. Hashtag Picard or Pike like Spike. 284 of you here, which is awesome. So hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. And Yalman Colt is not an alien. Throws in $2. How do we ask them to hire Melinda Snodgrass to write? Just bombard them with emails. That's probably a great way to do it. Unfortunately, we can't get DC Fontana to write, which is a shame. But maybe there's some stories of hers that haven't been used yet, which could pop up. So. But yeah, that's it for the super chats right now. We are caught up.
Brilliant, almost 300 people. So yeah, I mean, this is not a surprise, but depends. It's a surprise in that in its format potentially. But I guess, what do you think then? Let's start at the start then. So you got bombarded by emails today. What do you think?
Like I said, I was excited. I was happy to hear that they listened to the fans, and I'd heard, and we've talked about this a little bit, that Anson Mount kind of refused to do it unless it was going to be an episodic format. And the way he ended out their little announcement thing saying, optimism and what else did he say? Exploration. I mean, that's something that gives me hope that this is not going to be the dark vibes we've been getting from Discovery and stuff. So I'm very jazzed about this announcement. So yeah, I'm excited.
Well, this is the first show in, I guess, 4 years now, if you consider the early pre-production Discovery. In 4 years and, 100 million at this point, something like that. This is the first show the fans have actually wanted. Every other show has been them telling us what we want. Oh, you want a prequel series about a war that, you want... Oh, no, you want another season with Spock and a beard. And, oh, no, you want a Picard sequel where he's a depressed old man. That you want these things. Now, obviously, the Picard one, they listened slightly to go into the future, but the story is definitely not what we wanted. They didn't listen in that regard. They just had a... You know what I mean? They just... It was a kind of bait and switch. This is the first one actually something people have asked for since the first episode of Pike. I think we've all said he would be good. So that's interesting. And I think Anson and Ethan have a lot more power in this. Again, with Discovery Season 1, Season 2, actors are being brought on and the script and their paycheck commands them. Whereas with Star Trek Picard, Patrick was the entire ability for that show to get made. So he had a lot more pull. And so he got a lot of his stuff in there. Well, if Anson, Ethan, and Rebecca, mostly Anson and Ethan, if they need to be in the Pike series, then if they say we don't want to do big story, we don't want to have dark, well, if you need them to be successful, suddenly the actors have a little bit of say, which is a bit strange. And you're sort of wondering how much is genuinely them wanting this, or is how much them noting the fan base wants a certain thing. Is this how much what they want to play in the sandbox? You know, I don't know. Are they that cognizant? We know that Anson wasn't particularly a Trek fan. Ethan was more since he was young, and then got back into it. But neither are like hardcore. No, they have to be hardcore Trekkies. But is this them sensing what the audience wants and more optimistic? Is this their personal? You know what I mean? Where is that line, or is it just them saying it? Is it just them saying it because they've told them to say it? You know, just like Kurtzman saying in all the press interviews, "Oh, Discovery will link up with canon by the end of season 1." No, it didn't. You lied.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, even Anson Mount did say in that little video as well that Star Trek fans have been the most welcoming he's ever experienced, and I'm sure a lot of them were chatting him up at conventions and stuff, saying we would love to see a Pike series, and he's probably heard a lot.
No, it's true.
Probably heard a lot.
More market research than Kurtzman's done.
Yeah,
because exactly. I spoke to Anson and Ethan, and they were saying that they don't want to overdo the convention circuit, but this is the year they will overdo it, as in go everywhere, because they did 20, 30 events in the year of Discovery season 2. Brilliant, we all got to meet them, awesome. And I met them both twice, in two very distant parts of the world. Yeah, and they probably heard, I didn't consider that, they probably heard hundreds, thousands of people saying very similar things. You know, you were the best bits of Discovery season 2. We want you, not so much Discovery. You can imagine as a bargaining tool, I'm sure the guy and his agent said, well, everyone wants us. I think we could go for quite a high salary and a certain producing credit. Because isn't while the serialized gives you a really strong overall story, if you have episode of the week, it lets you actually deal with more topics, lets you deal with more situations. You as an actor actually get to do more varied things if it's episodic, because then you can be on a planet, on a space station, dealing with this, dealing with that, you know.
And it's a good fallback for the show as well, because if you've got an overarching story that's a bad storyline, your whole season sucks. If you got episodic, you got one or two miss 100%. Episodes in there, as we've talked about with TNG reviews.
And the short treks, they're so different, and you can say, that was a hit, that was a miss, that was a hit, that was a miss. Yep. It's very split down the middle, Yeah,
so I mean, episodic is more to go. I don't mind an overarching story as long as it's like kind of explored a little bit over the course of the season and not focused on intently. That'd be kind of nice, but you know, episodic feel is something that I'm looking forward to for this. And if they're exploring new stuff and it's like them actually going out and exploring like Star Trek is supposed to be, then this should be episodic in nature and feel that way. So I'm happy about that. We got a bunch of super chats though.
Super duper.
Ebenezer 1690 puts in $5. Will the most perfect NCC Excalibur take part late in the series? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Oh, Captain, my Captain. And then he says, another $2 super chat says NCC 2000, my mistake, which would be the Excelsior, not the Excalibur. But unless you meant the Excalibur, which was destroyed in TOS.
After this. I mean, there is certainly a possibility to have more than one Connie. And they can really play with the idea of the Connies. Like, they could have, you know... I mean, we'll get into that later, but, you know, they could really have a bit of a play with that concept. Because this is almost... Except Picard, this is almost the most dangerous show they could make. But also the most powerful, you know, give back to fans for their less than stellar treatment. Ever improving treatment. And in fact, we have this, you know, the Star Trek curse of the seasons. The first couple aren't as good, it improves. It's just Kurtzman and his group, they took seasons and franchises. It took them 3 TV series to learn the same lesson that people learn in 3 seasons. So this will be the 3rd show they made, which will be defining the good one. And that's an absurd thing to do.
It's always a charm, right?
They just happen to do it and throwing out seasons. It took, you know, 150 million to be able to do one good season that's really good, at least one good concept. And it's just called Star Trek. It's just the original point of the show. Wow, rocket science. But there's a whole debate on this in a minute. Sorry. Yeah.
Scottish Trekkie though, £10.
Oh.
Hello, captains. Loving your gold
Commander.
suits.
Commander.
He's a commander, yeah. And hello from UK Edinburgh. I'm just so excited to this announcement. Live long and prosper, Anson and Ethan and Rebecca. Cannot wait. Time start this live. Cannot wait this time. Start this live long and prosper. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Scottish Trekkie.
And I definitely have a nice, unlike every other show, I've met Ethan twice. I said at FedCon, we went on a panel together, but we were at the ending closing ceremony, and I was part of that bit at the end, and we went backstage, and I happened to be standing next to him, and we were giving beers as a celebration. I happened to drink with him for like 5 minutes and chat for very short. So I've got a slight personal connection with Ethan Peck, which I can tell you he's a very nice chap. And then Anson, is nice enough, but it's not, I have a certain sense of them rather than just characters, which is unusual for, didn't know Michelle Yeoh before going to Discovery, so a little bit different this time.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Yeah. And Mark Lawrence throws in $10.
Oof.
It's not so much what the fans wanted 5 years ago; it's the best the fans could expect to get from the current people in charge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the irony is,
true enough.
If they'd said to you, imagine the Discovery trailer at San Diego Comic-Con was actually Captain Pike, I think we'd all be like, right, okay? Like, we wouldn't be excited in the same way. Because why? It's only because these actors that make us want it. We want these people playing these characters. I don't think I'd want a Pike show normally. Like, I didn't watch the JJ films and say, I want more Pike. I'm like, yeah, he's in them. Cool. You know what I mean? It's this crew and Ethan and the chemistry. Which is, I mean, that's why it's so impressive. Because they have made themselves... It's like Poe from Star Wars. He basically unkilled himself by being so likable. That's impressive. He got many millions in 3 films because he's so likable as a person. That's amazing.
Fleet Paw Swiftback, $2, 168. Again at 200. Hashtag make Fleet Paw pay. Hashtag Pike like Spike. 341 of you watching now, which is awesome. Everybody, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. And super chat if you have any questions or comments.
Well, I want to see 230 likes. We're at 192. I am daring the audience. 232. Go. Do
it. Ebenezer, $16.90, $2. Still the most perfect Excalibur. There might be some confusion there, but anyway, yes. Where? There we go. Jarzia, $5. Anson may not have been a Trek fan, but made a fantastic Trek captain. Who does that remind me of? Some bald dude, maybe? Yep. And then in like 20 years, he can ruin Pike with a new series. Are we talking about Patrick Stewart? Or are we talking about Avery Brooks? Okay, Avery Brooks. Fine. I thought, good. Shut up. John Harrison puts in £2. Are you going to do another look at the ships episode? Are you going to do another look at ships episode? We do all ship episodes every Saturday. So
I think he means a live version where we look at you guys' ships.
Oh.
Yes, at some point.
Yes, we will.
Thank you. Nice to be asked.
Ebenezer, $16.90, $2. Excelsior. Yeah, he did mean Excelsior, not Excalibur.
Well, we're long before the Excelsior, so that'd be very strange if we did.
Yes. Scottish Trekkie, £10. Thank you very much, Scottish Trekkie. Question: will this be a short episode, or this be like we got for Star Trek Discovery? It's a series, so it'll be Discovery. It'll be like an hour-long show.
Well, to be fair, whatever they want. They might determine 40 minutes episodic is stronger or more. I think we barely know anything at this point.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Ebenezer, $16.90 again, $2. Trying to bust my captain's Aggies. I don't know what Aggies are. Trying to bust my balls? What you doing? Bad thing to do to a captain. Sean Pullen puts in $10 Canadian.
Oh, thank you.
Commander Mount did say that he was a massive Trek fan, used to play Trek as a kid, and then he puts in a sci-fi comms article. And
I can't see any of that in this article, so I don't know. But I think he watched TOS, but never anything beyond. I mean, I think they're paid to say they're massive Trekkies. We've seen ones. It's kind of if you don't say you're a massive Trekkie, you're not allowed. I mean, like the art director say, I've always been a fan of Star Trek, and it's like, sometimes.
I've heard it exists.
Because the thing is, there's a difference between I enjoy the show I enjoy the 15 episodes of TOS, the 3 episodes of TNG, the 3 movies I've seen, and the new JJ films. I like Trekkie because it's technically true, But there's a difference between that and what we would consider massive Trekkie, which we've been a massive Trekkie. Like, we've seen all the movies, all the seasons, all the shows. There is different levels of massive Trekkie. I'm not saying you're not, but our own, like, look what we're wearing, right?
What are we wearing?
You know,
Clothes?
It's like I do remember that Pike, Anson at the con, he didn't know some stuff in TOS. That's fine. At FedCon, he doesn't need to, but he was making, like, why would he know stuff from Elena of Troy or whatever? Because you can be I really enjoyed the concept of Star Trek and not I'm a massive Trekkie. Ethan was closer, but he still hadn't watched it since he was young, etc. But I think they're paid to say it, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's in their contracts.
Yeah.
Stephen W. Fathry, $5.
Thank you.
Anson Mount as Pike is the best thing that happened to Star Trek in 20 years. I am very happy about this.
20. 15. I mean, come on, Into Mirror Darkly. That's the best thing to happen to Trek in the last 20 years. Come on. Be serious, man.
But yeah, Anson Mount is a good lookalike and, very, very good Pike feel for him.
Well,
so
the thing about him, he's a strong, male, positive captain that does the right thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to what they wanted to go against. We don't like this gender bullshit. Who the hell cares? Man, woman, who cares? But having be so strong, he was the only man in that show that was strong, and it was like, wow. And suddenly he looks really good. You just write that because they had to write him the same as Spock. You have to write him with respect. Except with Spock, they had to be dumb compared to Burnham. But I mean, that's the hero of the show. It's like if you had Pike and then Kirk. Well, you'd have to make Pike look smarter because Kirk's not the main. Do you know what I mean? Like if you had Ensign Kirk on board the Enterprise, he'd have to be the dumbass, even though you would want them to respect because Pike's the primary.
They better not have him as an ensign because he's a lieutenant in the Farragut by this point, probably.
You can meet the Farragut though.
Exactly. But I just don't want to be an ensign on the Enterprise because that would just be dumb.
Yes.
Prime 1351, $5. If they retconned the ship sizes back to something reasonable and brought the Connie closer to TOS, it would help my feelings a lot. I agree with this statement. That being said, there's a possibility that they can retcon that ship into something more looking like TOS by the end of the Pike season or series. So, I mean, it's a beautiful ship. Don't get me wrong. I do love the Discovery Enterprise. Got it right here. I do love the look of it. It's a good reimagined Enterprise, but
it just needs about 15% changes to be truly good.
And yes, fix the scale. It's not as big as they say it is.
No. Yeah, I mean, I like that because now Discovery is no longer in that era, which means you've taken out the perspective stuff. Like, they can't now cross with Discovery. Great. So if they were to say, right, now in this Pike show, with this, this, and this, I think, it just says, the mistakes were made in season 1, season 2, that's fine. We're resetting. Now, this is the fresh era. Discovery was pre-TOS. We're now in just about pre-TOS. It's a different era. But I can very much see them doing a refit, a in-between Enterprise, going between John and Scott's Enterprise to Matt Jeffrey's Enterprise, mostly the hull colour, as a way to appease fans. I mean, all you have to do is change the hull colour. I think we would love it a lot more. Just change the paint scheme to match. Keep the design, change the paint scheme, and guess what? Everyone will buy the miniature for a third time. Eagle Moss XL, Eagle Moss L, and Eagle Moss new version. People will buy that, and they can sell and make models, and it'll appease their fans. I guarantee, if they were smart, they would make a slightly changed version with a few tweaks. Especially if they have the hero ship, every week ship. Like, they have to take a serious look at this design and say, is this the thing that's going to last? Because I think that would be the best, a smart thing for them to do. And now you can do it because it's now a reset. If they, if 4 years later, obviously it's been refit. It's close to Cage. It's past Cage. And it lets them sell miniatures. Like, why should they care what the outside looks like if it's more like TOS? Why should they care? They've already got the Discovery fans that aren't going to care, and the TOS fans are going to care. So change it 10%, look more like everyone's happy. I don't think anyone will not be happy because it's now a refit version in Mark II. It's easy, and if they don't, it will be shocking to me. Shocking. Yeah. Because they can sell more miniatures.
And as for the size, it was shown on Discovery on a screen as the proper size for the Franz Joseph Technical Manual. So
because they can just reset that because it's a brand new show, just reset it right back down.
Yep.
And if Kurtzman isn't as involved as he could be, then they might be able to retcon the bridge, corridor. Because all you have to do is take that away, and it's a There's like 3 changes to the bridge you have to make it really, really good. Only 3. It's very close.
I'm back.
Hello.
Prime 1351 $2. Could we finally see real smoothheads or smoothheads?
Ooh.
Klingons he's talking about. Yes, I mean we saw smoothhead Romulans in Picard, which was nice. They weren't all the ridged ones.
Yeah.
Which is a nice kind of retcon fix, sort of, because we saw those in TOS. So I mean that was a nice tie-in. So who knows? I would be open for the idea. Absolutely, we've already explained multiple times how they could do that and explain it.
And I think if they're really truly committing to this era, with the good, because they have to commit now to the uniforms, they have to commit to the bright star, they have to commit to the episodic. They're probably now going to, because now we can bring back L'Rell. You don't necessarily want to, but you can now use, because we were going to move on from that, apart from the 631 trip, which I don't think was going to happen. But you can now bring in Shazad, who I quite like, and Mary, who we both have both of them. We've met them both. But yeah, I think now is the time for them to go that one more hybrid step. Show all versions, like with Romans. That was a smart... And Michael Chabon is involved in this. He's writing, I believe, at least 2. He's not show running. So if he can include... Oh no, the Smoothheads. It's 4 years later. This is... It's so easy. And cheap makeup. And it works.
Fleet Pass Swiftback, $2.
Thank
Commander
you.
got the 200 again at 250. Well, we have 395 people watching now. We can easily hit 300 now. So let's get 300 people.
We are better.
Hit the like button, guys. Scottish Trekkie, another £10. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's what I was trying to mean. Sorry for making you guys think I was meaning like we got season of Discovery. No problem. Matthew DeFreitas, $5. 90% excited, 10% concerned that the closer we get to TOS, the more we are going to edge it out of existence. Nope. I disagree. There's 50-year history there, and the original Star Trek was highlighted in all of the other series, DS9, Enterprise, TNG. So please, this is still the outlier. Even me and Samuel had a little bit of a discussion.
I can do my half in a second.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, start there.
So the problem is, you can justify it with a little bit of effort, right? 9 original TOS episodes. That's it. And it makes appearances in maybe 5 other ones. So if Discovery Season 2 is in about, 4? Fine. If Pike, the series, is 22, which it won't be, I guess it'll be 13, so it'd actually take more years, wouldn't it? They couldn't. If Pike manages to achieve 80 episodes, if it's absolutely successful, goes 8 seasons, whatever, then CBS can very easily say, oh no, this is what TOS always looked like. Because now, TOS is the outsider. TOS is now the least number of episodes of the ship. We now have the ship. That logically can override, because now you've seen it more as this. Now, not that I want that. And that's a lot of tens, hundreds of millions now putting into, obviously, to create all those shows. There's a lot of shows to make. But you can now argue that because you can't use the numbers game. You can't use 50 years because now it's been in more shows.
But you can also use the argument that that's what the franchise was built on, the original. That's the grandfather. That's the thing that set the precedent. That's the thing that.
And now they're making even more money. Use the new one, and still selling towards the old one.
Yeah, the old stuff will never go out of style. It'll be very popular, and people are going to want it.
And that's the thing. If they can just change their Discovery prize 10%, and appease everybody, that might be the one that lasts the next 50 years. Like, as in both. But you know what I mean? Like, there's a one, because the JJ prize is long dead. Like, no one gives a shit about that model. Like, that design is never going to last. You know what I mean? Some people like it, but it's never going to last 50 years as a point of interest. The Discovery prize could. John did a good job, and Scott. Yeah. That's a lot of episodes to do. Now, obviously, hopefully, you could argue that they might, as years go on, like Enterprise season 1 to 4, they could slowly tweak things a little more like TOS and win over. Because why would Discovery fans care? They won't care, but our fans may care, and they could bridge that gap if they want to be very clever. Who knows?
David Bessig throws in $20.
Oh,
hey David, how's it going?
$20, Mr. Bessig.
I love this idea. Hoping it's better real Star Trek, despite idiot Kurtzman being involved.
But in what way? But in what way? You know,
better real Trek, like exploring and upbeat and positive vibes and episodic, I think is what maybe he's talking about. I wonder how the Discovery people feel about this, because they wanted Disco to be the flagship show, and now this will be. Oh, well. As long as they're making money, they don't care. I don't think. Um, it'll pain them to say that the fans were right and the thing that the fan requested is what was be the most popular. But that being said, they could also sabotage it by making it so Discovery-like that people aren't going to watch it and they'll be like, "Look, see, you guys don't even know what you want. The numbers for Picard aren't what we were kind of promised or that you indicated you'd be interested in." So I mean, there's arguments for both, but yeah. Zeraxis throws in $10.
Thank you.
There are different levels of fandom. I found people enjoy Trek for a lot of different reasons as well. I'm sure tons of people loved it growing up, but remember it for the characters or feel. Yeah, I mean, lots of reasons to like Trek, and people gravitate towards for different reasons.
Well, it's one of those things that people who like, there's a broad spectrum, as you say, who just like a bit, like JJ, whatever. But as you get down the spectrum, they're going to spend more money. People like us are going to buy 2, 3, 4 costumes. People who just watch on Netflix aren't going to buy costumes. People on our spectrum are going to have 190 Eagle Moss models and pay for them all. People on the top end of the spectrum might buy one if they really want to. And so,
yeah,
you know, everyone can be a Trekkie, but the hardcore are what is going to pay for the stuff you want to do and pay for the extras and buy the merchandise and give it to their kids. You know, like I say, if there's a family of 3 and they watch it just once a night, don't care, and the kid's like, oh, it's fine. But if the dad loves Trek, he might give toys to the kids, and you know. So it's you know, we're the ones that have funded Trek ostensibly, and kept it through, especially those dark days in between. You know, so it's not saying it should be made for us, but if you make it good for us and good stories anyway that appeals to other people, then you've won everybody. Why try and just go for new? You know, Discovery was just for new people. It wasn't for us. Picard was for us, but really for new people, using old people. But only, it was very strange. This one, you've suckered us in with the premise. Now deliver the story plus some gentle retcons. Like, they shouldn't have a cage phaser, you know? I think that, as in, they shouldn't have the Discovery phaser. We're now past that. This is now the TOS Enterprise. They shouldn't be using this old shitty phaser, you know? That phaser was used with the Shinjo. This phaser is 30, 40 years old. Give them the next version. Give them more TOS phaser that's a hybrid, you know? They should be introducing that. And the new tricorder. This should be the first step to the new stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yes, please. Obviously.
425 people here. I was going to call it at 420, but Samuel was talking. But 425 people here. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification icon. You can also join the channel and lots of other great things. Plus, help us out by super chatting if you can.
And you guys are awesome.
Thank you for watching.
This is a great conversation, so thank you. Because you guys make this happen. Like, you guys are. And we dressed up for you. So, yeah.
Jason B puts in $5. Do you think we will get proper cameos from any of the NX era crew?
No.
Good answer. It's quite a time after them, so yeah. Mark Lawrence puts in $25. Just remember that ain't no JJ prize in the Smithsonian. Haha. Perfect. I like that. Zeraxis throws in $10. Also, on the subject of the visual style, I really hope they choose a lighter hull color and more sane effects, no folding walkways, and add some red pinstriping. That would basically solve it for me. Yep. All those things that you mentioned would definitely be helpful for me as well. Jason6690 puts in $20. Hello all, just hopped on the live stream. We'll catch up on the rewatch. Exciting news as long as we get closer to TOS and further away from Kurtzman. Bye-bye, Section 31 show. Hit it. Is the Section 31 show like officially done now, or I haven't really heard anything about that?
Well, as far as we know, there are writers attached. That, you know, they've not been officially picked up. It's been announced. No official green light. No official budget. Shazad was never actually, you know, talked about it yet, and you assume it'd be quite important. But I think, honestly, what they'll do is to save face, say, well, you wanted this, so we're going to merge the shows. Have a Section 31 subplot that brings in Shazad, which I'm fine with if they do it cleverly enough.
Yeah.
You know, they have a small 4-episode arc, and Pike already has... Like, it makes more sense to have Section 31 as a sub-story, like a 3-episode mini-arc, where they go to a planet, and Shazad's already there. You can imagine that pre-title. They beam down... There's weird biosigns. They beam down. Shazad's like, oh, hey, Captain Pike. And he's like, the hell? And then you have this... That could be really interesting in 3 episodes. But certainly, I don't want the show. No. And this is the exact opposite of that show. The exact polar opposite.
Yep.
Remarkable.
It's like the DS9 and Voyager kind of thing again.
Well, yeah.
Craig S23 puts in £5.
Thank you.
I hope more science is injected into the fantasy or fantasy fiction of current Trek with this new show. I'd love to be optimistic about humanity's future again.
Radar in space, Jurt. Radar in space.
Yep. It's a thing. Oh, yes. Anyway, Luke Marchor Celeste, $5. They will have to redesign the engine room and the turbolift shaft.
Oh, I hope so.
Turbo shaft. Well, the turbo shaft for sure, but the engine room they already showed in the short for the Enterprise.
The thing is, though, it's a digital set, and that would be very expensive because
you're not going to admit they made a mistake and change it.
Well, no, because I'll say it's only the short track. No, I can absolutely see that. Because the thing is, the money burned on a digital set, you can never show it. So they have to build a practical set. Because the thing is, this is a full show budget. They've got millions now to play with. They'll build a set. It'll look like TOS, just 2 times as big, with more bright colours. They'll have touchscreens, and it'll be fine. I think I think they'll absolutely be retconned out, as we all want. Because they can't build that. But the thing is, they can't build that set. It's totally impractical. And they can't shoot there. It's burning money. It's not worth anyone's time. It would be, because they didn't expect this, and they were working on that short trek, while it's almost after film Discovery, very early on, very near the end. So I can't imagine, because it won't be a mistake. It'll be come on, season 1, season 2, season 3, TOS engineering room changes, not radically, but it does. Where did the lithium chamber go in season 1? Well, it wasn't there yet. Well, it needed to function. Nah, it didn't. Okay, whatever. So they'll change it. It's fine.
I doubt they'll change it. For the record, right now I'm saying that.
Okay.
Matthew L, £5.
Thank you.
Thought the idea of a Pike series was a bad idea, but now it's been announced. I'm excited. New Trek is good until it's bad. Yeah, I mean, this is Schrodinger. I can't even say the name. Trek right now. Yeah, we're not sure if it's good or bad yet because we haven't opened up the box.
But you know what?
It's both bad and good.
And you know how I felt about this? It shouldn't be a show. It should be a miniseries or a movie.
Yeah.
But there's one detail that makes me tip over that scale. Right? There's the box with the cat in it, but there's a label on the box. And the label says Strange New Worlds. I'm like, okay, so the cat is going to be explorative. Without that title, I would feel the same. But that is a very good title.
Yeah, that's an excellent title.
Absolutely phenomenal. Star Trek Pike, not a good idea. Star Trek Picard, already was bad enough. Discovery, who the hell cares? Strange New World, great title. Genuinely great title. And it's not an Enterprise. And that means you could have alternate ships. It could be, really, really good title. Well done, guys. That is the first bit of evidence and clue that they're on the right track. Mm-hmm. It's a great title.
Totally agree. Prime 1351, $2.
Again, thank you.
Please, if nothing else, no more drones.
But they'll come back. They will. They will absolutely come back.
There's gonna be one of those dot robots on this show. I bet you any money that's gonna be like.
Yep. But they can't use holograms because they removed the tech. But we can't. Yeah. But they never said we didn't have robots that go outside the ship and heal it.
And there's going to be one that gets dinged and starts to become sentient or something. It's going to be a part of the crew. It's going to be
I am pre-nomad and double pre-V'ger. Hello. Let's do the story for a third time.
And then it goes through and kills half the crew and they realize these are not a good idea. We're going to get these off the ships because that's why we never see them again.
Oh, no, that's interesting. They could make that story points, couldn't they? They could, touchscreens are so dangerous because we can get hacked. Let's make it more simple. That would be funny. See, that would be the Manny Koto approach to bad ratings. Yeah. Let's just start downgrading the sets as we get. That'd be
yeah.
I like that. That's good.
Jeff Jacobs, $2, 420 watching and 300 likes.
Oof.
Can we get 400 likes? Yes, we can. We have 437 people watching, so let's hit 400 likes, guys. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. Just take your time right now. Just hit it. Thumbs up.
Just hit it. And I can't imagine they'd be stupid enough to use the interior open spaces again. Because it's different when it's a short trek that sort of people give a shit about. Primary show is very different. Because we don't see Discovery internal spaces that big. If you think about it, we don't really see them. We see them a little bit, but they never, you could easily miss them.
Mm. So most of that ship is the turbolift shafts, so.
Yeah. Well, that explains why there's such few crew, because it's mostly hollow.
Yeah.
And then John, when John had to do, because John did the internal diagram vaguely, and I'm sure he was like, wait, what? I have to fit in 45 miles of... Oh.
Yeah. Stephen W. Fathry puts in $5.
Thank you.
I talked to DS9 writer Robert H. Wolf a few days ago.
Oh.
He said he knows people working on the Section 31 show, and he thinks it will be good. We've heard things like that before, though, and it's promising. So thank you.
Unfortunately, it's the same thing as we saw with Kirsten Beyer. She wrote some of the best Voyager novels, and yet she made Discovery. And Discovery is a bad story, with bad scripts, with bad characters, with bad writing. Because she was obviously either overruled or told from on high. It's like if the top guy says no round of cells, and you're like, there has to be round of cells, then you have to do what he says. So somewhere down the line, it's like if the person who runs Section 1 show says, right, every main character has to kill one person each show, and you're like, oh, really? Yeah, because it shows they're mean in Section 1. You're like, right, okay, boss, that's a stretch. And he just seems ready to kill crew members every week because the quota's there. So unfortunately, and do you think he's really going to tell you it's going shit over there? Don't tell anyone, or on a live stream they're going to talk about it's going really bad. So
Yep, that's interesting. Brock Powell puts in $5.
Thank you. Hi, Brock.
So Discovery got sent into the future at the end of season 2. What if when Discovery returns, it ends up in the TMP era and goes to space dock? There's lots of possibilities that we've talked about with that as well. I mean, changing the timeline in the future somehow, fixing things. Discovery never actually existed.
I would love to see that as long as they did TMP exactly right.
Yep.
Because then it'd be kind of fun.
Yep.
Dumb.
Absolutely.
But dumb fun. That's okay.
David Bessick, $5. Sadly, I'm now on the expect it to be awful. Hope it is just okay, but I know nothing good or great can happen now. That's not possible with Kurtz. Depends how much involvement he has. I know his involvement for season 2 and for Picard was kind of downgraded. And
it showed.
Yeah, he just might be a name that's attached and not necessarily
a producer.
In much creative control. Yeah,
there's a difference between producing and demanding things that aren't creative. I mean, he wasn't the one that was necessarily in charge of the Picard design, but the fact is, if you just edited out the Pike scenes and took out, say, 20% of the worst ones, because there are still bad scenes, he was well written for the most part, well acted definitely, and given some fun stuff. So they can screw up the actor, the character, but they're surely going to use the baseline of what came before. They have a distinct characterization, they have a distinct actor, and a good actor can raise mediocre material, and they've already done him good for 10 episodes, or however many episodes it was. So, I mean, the stories might be rubbish, but I think, and obviously you've got to have Spock be a primary. We get Spock as a genuine primary. Stuart, we didn't even think about that. Spock is now back on our screen full time again. As a full primary. I never thought I'd see that again, I'll be honest. And they said definitely not in season 1 of Discovery, didn't they? Now, 3 years later, he's now a primary on a new show on the Enterprise. Wow! Wow,
They also said we won't see Kirk, and then now there's rumors that they've been casting for Kirk. So, oh my God. Anyway, yep.
And he'll turn to Spock turn to Kirk and say, Michael Byrne told me about you, and we'll all shoot ourselves in the head.
No, there's got to be a great shot of them walking down the hallway, Pike and Spock side by side. Kirk walks this way, or the Farragut on the Farragut. I don't care, but it's a classic version of that meme where Spock looks over his shoulder at at Kirk,
and he's like dat ass, and you're like, what? Where did that line come from, Spock?
Just got to get the eyebrow raised. That's all you got to see after that.
Yeah. But no, I mean, Ethan's a really good actor. And if you're going to have Spock, he's got to be primary. And honestly, if it could just be those 3 and maybe 2 other... I mean, because you had the trifecta in TOS and somewhat in TNG. And so if they want to literally recapture the energy of that, you've got the 3, have some bridge crew as well. I mean... They all have good chemistry together. We've seen them all work together independently. They all have chemistry, and that is really important.
Yes, sir. Eugene, 500 rubles.
Thank you.
Does it
Hey,
have
June.
anything to do with Strange New Worlds writing contest? Another part of Kurtzman's Trek universe doesn't mean much good. Strange New World writing contest, but I know there are some books from like years and years and years ago called Strange New Worlds, like short stories.
Yeah, I can't speak to that, but again, it's a great title. It should tell you everything you want to know. That said, Discovery didn't discover jack shit. It was about a ship called Discovery.
They discovered the mycelial network.
Pre-episode 1.
Well,
Star Trek
anyway.
post-Discovery. We already discovered it. That was the one discovery we have. Hey, at least it's not Star Trek Pike. Give him credit where it's due. It's not Star Trek Pike. Real credit to that.
Craig, S23, 2
Thank
pounds.
Thank you.
Touchscreens are bad as you get an arm ache after 5 minutes. That's true. Especially when you're at helm and stuff. It's better to have your finger on a tactile button where you can just like have it there resting and ready to go whenever you need instead of like scrambling to find the touchscreen button.
But you wouldn't. Thing is, you don't scramble to find a keyboard. You know where they all are instinctively.
That's because you can feel them.
I somewhat, but you're not thinking about feeling. If you've been trained this for 100 years old people, you know.
It doesn't matter. I used to be able to with my Nokia phone with the slide out keyboard, slide it down, hold it on my top of my steering wheel, and text while driving back in the day. I could feel the buttons. I could keep my eye right on the road.
Okay.
You can't do that with touchscreen.
I'm going to try and text you something on Facebook based on not looking. Let's see if I know my keyboard with no tactile, okay? And I'll get it first, okay. Oh, I did it perfectly. Oh, wow, I did it perfectly. Well, I got one. I said, Steward, how are you? It's exactly
with a D.
With a D. That's pretty good. So I knew instinctively where everything was with no tactile, and that was just muscle memory. And that was with only having this phone for 3 months.
That's for a phone. That you have like at least a feel for where you are on the phone.
But you've been trained with these consoles.
Have a whole console.
But that's your job.
I still like the idea of the tactile holograms.
But why couldn't you have like a little vibration or a sensor so that you're sensing? I definitely don't want to see touchscreens go. I think they're so crucial. Other things are more important to tweak. Although I assume you watched Eric Henry's video on how impractical the Picard holograms are.
Oh yeah, that was a great video.
That was.
I love the idea of having like helm display circuit or whatever, and have that. That would have been fucking beautiful.
And it's cheaper, and simpler, and it's actually more sci-fi. Even though it looks less sci-fi, it's actually more sci-fi. But yeah, once he points out, he's like, how do you know when to stop? Because surely you go through everything. You can't be tactile feedback. It's daft.
They're holograms. They can project. It's like the Doctor. He's physical. You can touch him. So it'd be simple to transfer that into a hologram. But anyway, I know what you're saying.
Just awful idea.
David Bessig, $5.
Thank you.
I think I feel bad for the cast. I think Spock, Pike, and Number One love Trek and their characters. They really get it, but their bosses are total morons. Well, as long as they're trying to make changes for the positive, I gotta give them credit for that. So,
every season we're improving. Every season of these shows, this could be the one that actually makes it. You know, because in Picard the cast isn't as strong as it could have been. But the writing was a bit better than Discovery. The cast is already better. So I mean, there's all the. This is their one to screw up. You know.
Yeah.
And again, if you look at the way they treated things in Picard. Like the Borg cube looks like a Borg cube. The Romans were completely the hair, the makeup, the costumes, not the weapons. They were garbage, but most of the other stuff was great. Like, sure, Romulan, easy peasy. So it feels as if they're getting there slow and steady. Or maybe just hiring better people who can utilize the vision better. It depends. It depends. If you're saying episodic anyway, if that is the modicum going in. That's going to change the entire vibe. And like you said, we might get just good ones and bad ones. And that's certainly better than, getting to the end of a season of one of the shows and saying, oh, that does not work. Or it's only saying, 7, because like Orville, right? They don't all hit. But they have hits and misses, and some really hit and some really don't,
Yeah. Zeraxis, though, $5.
Thank you.
This may sound a little crazy, but I kind of want to see a show centered around Giorgio and the Shinzo with some banter and such. Could be fun. I disagree.
She had no charisma.
No, and I don't like the actress, and I don't like her character.
I mean, she's an embarrassing captain, and she wasn't going. I mean, she wasn't giving any time to show anything, but she's one of the worst captains we've seen. Or she's as good as a TNG one-off. You know, because you're only a captain for 2 episodes, and half of both she's not in it. I mean, the actress is different to the character. Empress Giorgio is much better than it, but the Captain Giorgio is terrible. And it was embarrassing to have her be up in the annals, you know, at the start. Best captains ever. It's like, Giorgio, no, not Giorgio. Terrible.
Well, that's them stroking their own ego, right?
Well, so. Yes, it is.
Not a bad account, $2. Can we look forward to more grim dark like Picard? Probably not. Not based on what Anson Mount said. It's just gonna be optimistic, and so I'm looking forward to that.
But also, we've got the situation where they now have actually three active shows in production, right? We don't, and the animated episode 4, guaranteed at least 4 that are, you know, the comedy one is comedy, which is not going to be what this is. So now you've got 4 vibes. You've got dark, grim, depressing action Discovery, which is the action show. You've got the more cerebral, slower, dark show, Picard. You've got the light, breezy, funny show, Lower Decks. Then you've got the light, breezy, sci-fi show, Pike. You can have now, because I put these tens of millions in, you can now have a bit for everybody. People like us are going to watch all of them. But you now can't, give us the one optimistic show. You've now done 10 years of dark. Give us one optimistic.
Yeah.
I think it will sell, and it'll be a whole new way. And I guarantee they'll start saying, in the trailers, an optimistic new show. Positive, look at it. It's like, well, yeah, it's Star Trek. Yeah. But they're making it as a selling point. It's like when they in the for the S10 they removed Pro Mode. S20 Pro Mode is a new feature. And you're like, but you removed it last time. It was a feature for 10 years. So let's take out the positives. Now it's a feature. But hey, get there in the end, I guess.
Yeah. TX our way. £5. Is this the end of the original canon and the original Connie forever? On a scale of 1 to 10, how hopeful are you? No, the original Connie is always going to be here, and I'm hoping that they can refit this to look somewhat similar by the end of the series. I mean, we said that before with Discovery. When it started out, the Enterprise was damaged. Perhaps it could come back with the straight struts, whatever. But
always given too much credit. We always do.
Yep. So I'm optimistic, but I very much doubt it's going to happen. So. And
I'm saying absolutely 50% that they're going to override it now, because now they have the ability to. This is now their ability to actually do it. I was going to say that they've done the Eagle Moss book for the Enterprise, where it tells you exactly that the Discovery Prize is a refit. It's 50% bigger, and then they 50% bigger for Kate. Like, it all fits into canon. But then there's also books like obviously that book is not canon, but it's licensed. Like the Starfleet Battles, those books were licensed and they were undone instantly. So it doesn't matter what Eagle Moss, doesn't matter if Eagle Moss stuff gets undone in 3 years. They made their money, you bought the books, they don't care. You don't care. Oh no, we've undone TOS. Doesn't matter, those books aren't canon. Oh, okay. Because they've got their money. They've done their bit. It's all about money, as you can only make more with a budget, so you have to make money. But make good at the same time.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how hopeful am I?
5. Right down the middle.
I'm gonna say 4, actually.
Yeah. But like I said, 10% different the Connie. Let's make it 10% more like the original Connie. Change the paint, change the nacelles, or at least lose the slits, lose the stupid slits, keep them diagonal fine. Lose the slits, change the paint color, remove the bridge window, or at least make it whatever. That's it. That's all you really have to do. And the stupid lip at the back of the shuttle bay and the scaling. It's not a lot. Not a lot. Small things.
Yeah. Prime 1351.
Thank you again.
$2. Would be very excited to see a TOS era Klingon bird of prey. Yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah.
Jeddak Productions, $2 Australian. I am so happy to wake up and see this news.
Yeah.
A lot of people are.
And obviously, we've been avoiding talking about this because we've heard this every 2 months, on the dot almost. Because, you know, you guys can trust us. If we come on and talk about it, we're either really damn sure or we know what's happening. Because we don't want to just for the sake of it, you know?
Yeah, Food Pass Swiftback $2, 152 or 352 likes. I know we can hit 400 hashtag Pike like spike. 454 of you watching, guys. That's awesome. Make sure you hit the like button, please. Just do it now. We'll wait.
And click also, like if you like Pike.
If you like Pike, like. But yeah, anyway, and also hit subscribe. Sean Pullen puts in $5. Some of Trek's best episodes have come from an open submission policy on scripts. Are those days gone? Any chance of Strange New Worlds? I don't know if those days are gone necessarily, but I know they don't like really paying other people for ideas when they have a team that can ruin it for them. So
well, it's one of those things that you've hired a writing staff on purpose. I mean, Gene, part of why Gene did that is to give back to the fans, is to get original ideas outside. Obviously, you can pick what you want, but they want to tell their own stories. So I'm not... Say, if Pike is really good, right, and it's in season 3, and then they announce it because they want to experiment, that's great. But I wouldn't expect it... I wouldn't even if they want it until a little bit later on. You know, let's get their vision first before something else.
I would agree. Area 51, $5.
Thank you.
Pike is fantastic, but I'd really want to see a show in the future of the Trekyverse. Still more hopeful for this series.
But we're getting two.
Yeah.
But we're seeing 31st century tech and 25th century tech in Picard and Discovery Season 3. So we're doing both.
Yeah.
And
true.
neither are going to be good because, oh dear. But that's okay.
James McGill, $2.
Thank you.
Hope Pike series will introduce true TOS starships. Yes, we need more starships for sure.
You know what I think they're going to do though? I think they're going to retire the Discovery fleet as like the things we see as heroes. I think they're going to recognize that era of ship should be this is a new show. It's not a short track. It's a new show. So they can afford to say this is the new show. So they're going to say, right, let's take the Discovery and make 5 ships based on that aesthetic. Not because the Discovery stuff. We'll move past that, which makes sense. You can do that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to start from this point and move forward, and so we're going to get Discovery aesthetic 1 nacelle Saladin. Sure. Cool. I think we'll do that. Even if they take the Discovery style and just rebuild it as a disco Enterprise style.
Yeah.
I think we will see something. Yeah.
I'm hoping so. Phaser Face, which is a fantastic name. Never seen that one before on the channel, so welcome.
Welcome, Mr.
Make sure you
Face.
subscribe, and thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
But he throws in $10.
Very generous.
Not sure I can take any more of Trek's disappointments. Discovery was nonsense. Picard hurt my Trek soul with the dystopian future, and overuse of the word hubris. Well, to try to be optimistic. I've seen a lot of negative comments today in regards to this, and it's like, why do you always have to be so negative? I understand the hurt feelings and the track record, but there's always hope. Like we said, they listened to the fans for season 2. Discovery got better. They listened to the fans and created this show. So we got to give them credit for that, and hopefully they do it right.
And either way, guys, we will be positive, be negative, be balanced, and give you lots of content on it. All the things, all the analysis, all the scale charts, right here on Trekyards. So even if you're not excited for more Trek, be excited for new Trekyards.
Ooh, good pitch. 450 people here. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. There's lots of cool stuff to see. We've been doing this for almost 6 years now, so...
Whoo! Hey, wouldn't it be great, Kurtzman, if you're watching, Kurtzman, and we are excited, great name.
Release... Kurtzman or Strange New Worlds?
Yes. Yes. Kurtzman, great name, no. Release Strange New Worlds Episode 1 on our 6th year anniversary, or the trailer. There you go. There you go.
Which is October, 14th, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, David Bessick upgraded his membership to captain, so thank you very much, David.
Yeah, ranks me, you bastard.
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah.
Matthew K, $5.
Thank you.
It feels like an abusive relationship with Trek. Maybe it won't hurt me this time. Exactly. Maybe we can change it. You know, maybe you can change your man.
Well, no, this is our third wife, right? Each time we give them a go, we give them 12 weeks. They disappoint us. They steal a car. They lose some money. But there's some good sex and some good cooking and some good walks in the park. You're muted.
Right?
Oh no, you're not. Okay. But we're gonna keep getting remarried and keep giving them new chances. And we're always gonna be hopeful because you got to find love somewhere. No, it's not really like that. But again, whatever.
But there's no real love like your first love.
The
original tree.
Yeah. And one little distinction is that we're excited about Picard for Picard, but Patrick certainly past his prime. And having watched TNG, when Frakes says he's done his best work ever, it's absolutely laughable. I mean, he's better in season 3 of Picard of TNG than he is in Picard. I mean, Frakes kind of watched TNG for 30 years then. It's absolutely laughable. But Anson and Ethan are in the prime of their career in terms of their ability to act and strength. So they will be able to give it absolute gusto that Patrick couldn't and hasn't. So the acting is going to be there, I think, and hey, maybe we can see more of the Telosians and Lena. Is it Lena? No, what's her name?
Vina.
I'm close. Hey, because things we've got the question. Do you think then they're going to reintroduce Pike's Christianity faith stuff that was edited out of season 2? Or they're going to start as a way of fleshing out the character because now he's the primary, or just go straight in the strong direction they've gone.
They're gonna avoid religion, I think. That'd be a smart idea.
Yep. But
they can allude to it without focusing on it.
Yeah. Well, I wonder, since he is a strong male lead, I wonder if the whole bridge crew is going to be very, very ethnic. Which, you know what? Do it. TOS. Do it. Who the hell cares? Have some aliens, Well,
look at the thumbnail.
I know
already.
Yep. That's A-okay.
No, has anybody called out besides Jill because she caught it? Anybody called out the change in that thumbnail? That makes it look way better than the original. Anyway, Samuel did a good job, so I appreciate it. I don't think he noticed that, or he thought that I would notice, but I messaged him earlier today about it.
I did it either way.
It's great. No, it's way better. So
guys, do you know what's happened?
Put in the comments or super chat. The first person to super chat wins some kind of yay from us.
Yes, we'll call them out as a hero of the super chats.
Scottish Trekkie, £5.
Oh, dude.
Hashtag we love Star Trek, Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. So far.
No, seriously, that is the best title of a Trek since Voyager. Enterprise is not a great name. You understood it, but it wasn't great. Beyond was pretty good. But, I mean...
This was a movie, though, not a series. So.
Yeah, this is the best name for a long time.
Yep.
And in fact, actually, is it the first one that hasn't been the name of the hero? Besides, TOS was just called Star Trek, but...
Yeah.
So I guess it's Next Generation, because it was Voyager, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise... And then obviously Discovery and Picard. So this is the first one since TNG which has taken the abstract approach again.
Yep.
Yeah. It's interesting actually. Yeah.
Phaser Face again with $5. Thank you very much. I love that name. Goddamn. I love your avatar too.
Yeah.
Perfect. $5 for the uplifting speech. Well, thank you. That's one thing we pride ourselves on here. If you don't know what Trekyards is about, when we review stuff and we look at, we focus on ships and tech primarily, but when we review episodes and stuff, whether it be TNG, TOS, Picard, Discovery, we always look at the good and the bad because there's that in everything. We're very balanced here. We don't take one road or the other. Yeah, it's worth pointing out both. And
because I come from a film perspective, you come from an older Trek fan with more very multi-experience, all these books and games and comics and things. We come from different perspectives, but we try and look at each scene and try and pull things in and out. And I certainly see more things in our reviews than I would ever see by myself, which I absolutely love.
Same here.
In fact, we got an interesting comment though the other day, complaining at us for our last Picard video about the ship, saying, "Oh, Trekyards, why are you being haters? Used to be so balanced." And I commented back saying, in that case, and that one was we're talking to a Roman expert basically on the ships. I said, if Trekyards are mostly negative, does that tell you something? Because here we are being mostly positive. Doesn't that tell you something? Neither of us are particularly going into the negativity of this because we don't feel it. We think the balanced approach here is on the upswing. We're going to be neither. We review the content as we're given it. We can't tell you what to do. We can only tell you how good you've done and explain why, because it's not just opinion. It's justifiable for the most part. Still opinion,
Absolutely.
but I mean, it's not just.
So if you're not subscribed to Trekyards, subscribe. Check out a bunch of other stuff and see what you guys think.
And boy, do we go in detail with all the ship's tech and things. Pride ourselves.
Squadron Corso throws in $2. Hope Strange New Worlds is good. Looking forward to Trekyards reviews. Yes. As are we.
But it'll be a while though, because they've got to write it, produce it, make it, edit it.
Well, Rebecca said, I can't wait to finally tell you this news. So I wonder how long they've known, if they had started production or something.
I guarantee they've been in talks since FedCon. I mean, a year. Absolutely. Because I guarantee the actors wanted a certain thing. They had to work out what they're going to do with the whole thing. They want to see what Picard was going to do, if that reaction was well. I think they've been writing stuff, pitching stuff. I'm sure, I wouldn't even be surprised if Anson as the primary, because I get the sense Anson would be more hands-on than Shatner would be in a Trek TV show. Do you know what I mean? And same with Patrick Stewart, at least early on. Like, he's coming in being more engaged.
Yeah.
Because of social media, how they all feel a bit more ownership, I think. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Anson said, you know what, pitch me 13 stories. I want to see what you've got. And he might say, I don't want to do the racism story. I don't want to do Nazis in space again. I can imagine maybe he was a bit more like that, which could be good, could be bad. Don't the hell know.
Yeah. Zeraxis, $2. Looking forward to it. Also, Sam, check your email. Do that later. Swiftback puts in $2. No bad caller. Haha. There you go. Yes, the collar in the thumbnail was fixed by Samuel, and it looks 1,000 times better than that stupid asymmetrical crap. Oh, sorry, whoever designed that.
It's like they had to add something worse or something to talk about, because it was absolutely brilliant. We've seen no collar versions in the short treks, and they look better.
Yeah,
shockingly. Very strange.
Thank you for photoshopping it and fixing it, because it looks so much better. That's how it should look.
Well, it's like I said to you, I'm moving as I hope they go. We fixed it already. There we go. Just take our lead. It's fine.
Well, the first episode should be like a different uniform, because when we got the second pilot for Star Trek, where No Man Has Gone Before, they still had the jankier outfits, and then it got changed to the next episode. So maybe that's what they're going to do here. No, they're not going to, but
it depends who the showrunner is. It depends. No, it depends on the show. Because thing is, they've now got three live action, 2 animated. There isn't one showrunner. There can't be one production design for all 3. It's too much work. It's too much in a year. So they're gonna have to hire different people. And Tamara Johnson, who'd helped design the Enterprise aesthetic, she wanted to ignore a lot of the stuff from Star Trek. So she was obviously the wrong choice. She said, "Oh, we can't do cardboard sets." It's like, well, if you see them as cardboard sets, you don't see them as they are seen. You're seeing them wrongly. That's your fault. Your flaw here. So you hire the wrong person, you get the wrong work. You hire the right person. So it's like if I was this show, I would do a casting call to artists I'm assuming there's a union for artists. I'd say, right, I want pitches for a new sick bay, a new TOS or an engineering room, right? Build us a modernized engineering room with a basic sense of our current aesthetic, and then you pick the designer who has the best hybrid of new and old that still feels right. Then you hire him because he understands the balance. That's how I would do it, because I don't necessarily make that balance, but there is somebody out there that can. And just hiring somebody who you like for something doesn't mean they can do something else. You know, just because you can design a Klingon outfit doesn't mean you can design, you know, a sick bay or whatever. You know.
Yeah. Jadic Productions, $2 with no comment, but thank you. Double Guitars, €5 with no comment, thank you. Tom Casey, $2. Love your show today. Thumbs up. Thank you very much.
And
we
Tom,
do too.
We love you so very much.
We have 435 viewers, which is awesome. So that's really good. It's because we dressed up in uniform today. That's why.
I mean, the word is spreading. And I think there's an excitement for this. It hasn't, you know, maybe Picard had trepidation. Maybe. I think we haven't had this excitement since the Picard trailer was seeing Seven and Data.
Yeah.
This is just an announcement with a name. Good for them.
And it's just gonna.
Yes, it will, Stuart.
In the team.
Yeah.
Hoping that.
Yeah.
I'm back now.
Oh.
Can you hear me? You're frozen on my screen, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Now you're not. Craig S23, £2. The Trekyards, a blade of armor, quite formidable.
I guess we try.
We do try. Well, I had to scroll back up. Will Acerbi puts in £5. I think Londo sums up my response to this announcement. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad.
Yeah, he should know. He kills entire people, pretty much. He has a bit of genocide on his hands.
Sean Pullen, $2. Enterprise set is in Toronto, no? Not sure.
But yeah, it is.
Is it? Okay, cool.
That's interesting, actually, because I would assume they'd want to film... Because part of why it's in LA is because of Patrick and because of other things. Like, it was theoretically getting a bigger ground running. I can imagine they put this in Toronto to get the filming benefits, the tax benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And because they've got to... Because the Picard sets are a bit shit, and there's not many of them. Discovery has way more and way bigger and way nicer sets than Picard. I mean, think about how good the sarcophagus ship looked compared to anything in Picard. I mean, like, there's no comparison. The money was spent on the props and costumes, not the actors and Patrick and producers and producers and producers and... Sorry, lots of producers. Gotta say it many times. So the film back up there again, I think you'll get a lot more production. Because the thing is, that Enterprise bridge, they spent every penny on and looked it. And they didn't need to. And yet they did. A full apart from the view screen, but that's a close-on for 360. So yeah, I would assume it'd be up there. Hopefully they've kept the set standing, because that'd be a lot to rebuild it. Yeah. Ooh. But we'll see.
And yeah, no, Samuel's background's not crooked. His camera is, which is fine. Somebody commented.
My background's crooked. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jacob Tinknell said Vancouver for sets, maybe. No, because they're filming in Toronto.
That's way further.
They're not going to do a
third studio space now.
Phaserface throws in another $10.
Dude!
I found you guys several months ago by chance looking if anyone else was taking a step back at New Trek. I miss good Trek games. I want Star Trek Bridge Commander 2. Damn it! I think we all do. We all do.
I mean, just even a visual effects remaster. You know, same base game, give them modern graphics, add in VR as an optional. I mean, damn, yeah. That you made me sad there now, man.
Yeah, me too.
I played that game. That was probably the game I've played most on my, at the time, best PC. And I would play, because I've got all the mods, Stargate, Battlestar, Firefly, Farscape. So I was just doing, you know, everything in that game. That was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fleet Pass Swiftback, $2. 400 likes. I think we can hit 450, or... think we can hit 450. I
Brilliant.
Do. Hashtag Pike Like Spike. We have 416 people here right now. If you haven't hit like already, hit it. Let's see what we can get up to. And if we can hit 450, that'd be awesome.
This shows the excitement. You know, as Picard went on, less and less of you tuned in. It wasn't because of us, because you saw Picard. This, you know, we've been in this for a long time. We know the metrics. Like the first time the first trailer came out, we had, God, so many views, and you know, we can sense it. The first time the D7 arrived in Discovery Season 2 trailer, like 800 viewers watching, you know, it was incredible. So yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Jacobs, $2.01. 401. I think we can hit 475.
Ooh.
Hashtag Mount is the man.
And Peck. Give him the dual credit.
Yeah.
God, Jeff must be thinking, damn it, I'm putting a lot more into this one than an average live because the people keep liking, so he keeps paying. That's what Jeff does. He's a crazy man.
Yeah, but then he cheaps out and gives us $2. I mean, it should go up for every one. It should start out at 2, then go to 5, then go to 10. But anyway, I understand, Jeff. I'm just busting your balls, you know that. John Harrison, £2. Bridge Windows is in the new show. Hope not.
Well, no, you go.
No, I'm just gonna say that talked with some people, and yeah, the design, they didn't want to include it, but they had to. So.
But just do what Scott Schneider invented, which is it's translucent, we're not in use, and then just do that. It's easy. And then just make it the same hull color as the rest of the hull, and then it goes zzz. Like it's right there to be fixed. It's right there. Yep. No effort.
Easy.
Already built in. Already built in.
TXR Way, £5. What will make or break Strange New Worlds?
Cool.
I'll use that acronym now. Will be the writing. Discovery and Picard were awful on that front. They need to get someone who gets Trek to do this.
Why don't they get Simon Pegg back?
Well,
I mean, that would be very good.
You might want too much. They might not want to work with.
Yeah, but give him. Oh God, if him showrunner, like he would take a pay cut to be showrunner because that's a different role. He would really like. Oof.
And this is where the episodic nature would be awesome, because you can have some episodes that aren't that bad, that aren't that good, but you're getting a lot of character build in each one.
Yep.
And if you have a bad story that's the whole season, it's going to show. It's going to affect the whole season. So break it up, guys.
Well, it's what we said about the end of Picard. If the payoff isn't good, the setup's bad, and they spend one before the last doing nothing, and the last one they suddenly fix it. It's like, oh, that was a terrible payoff for a bad setup. It all starts to fall down. I still want a season arc. I think it's important, but make something personal. Make something Pike, even so much as being full universe using. Have Pike start having bad dreams. He keeps seeing his own death. He keeps seeing the chair, and he's like, I can't live with this. I know I'm going to die, but when am I going to die? And he starts to try and work out a way of going forward in time to see it, and that's his arc. Is like seeing what he can do, because that'd be fun. I mean, it'd be dark. But it'd be character dark. But it'd be also... Because I'd love for them to address the fact that if he knows he's going to die in a wheelchair, then he can do stuff like... Well, he knows he's going to die in that cadet ship. So he's invulnerable until that moment. He knows he literally cannot die or get maimed until that moment. He is a completely invulnerable character.
Yep.
I mean, that sort of forethought is going to make a very dangerous character.
Well, that brings up the interesting question, which we haven't really thought to, because we've been focusing on Super Chats, is when does this take place? Does this take place prior to the events of Season 2 of Discovery, or after? Which will change things a little bit. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly. They say 10 years before TOS, but Discovery started 10 years before TOS. Then we had the war, we had the time jump of a few months when they came back from the Mirror Universe.
3.5 years.
Yeah, so they're... Yeah, about 7 years or so before TOS at this point. And then now they've gone to the future, obviously. But so if they go in 10 years still, it'd be before Season 2 of Discovery. So they're either leading up to that or they're leading up to his accident. So
it's also tricky because we know that during the war they were sent away and that ship wasn't even that old before that. I mean, if it's pre-Season 1, then all of the character growth... Because remember... We had this conversation. Pike was a darker character in Cage. He got over it. He found his new lease of life. That's what we see in Discovery Season 2. If you go back, we'll then see him go from being darker to lighter, but we like him as the lighter character. I don't know why possibly, because we like him for how Anson brings the lighter character. They have to go forward. Because also same thing with the Spock character, with the number one. I mean, and also with the holograms. You need to go forward, because then again, if you jump 2 years ahead, so I think the 10 years before Kirk is just the, that era. It's not actually... Because they're not going to say 6.5 years before Kirk. They're not going to be that specific. So 10 is just a generality. But I think going post is the only way to go. And let's do the refit of the ship. And everyone wins. Can't see him going before. Doesn't make sense.
Well, let's take a break from Super Chats for 1 second, because we have a PayPal of £5 from Tangerine Star 26.
Hey!
It says, fool me once, twice, 3 times. I really hope that this is the Trek we want, but also that the broader viewership deserves. As a pillar of sci-fi, Star Trek needs to do better. It can naturally inspire, innovate, and play to its inalienable strengths and true identity. I hope that they have listened and learnt the right lessons. It's up to them now to do it right. I am hopeful. I really want this to work. We all do, right? Fingers crossed. Your Star Trek Strange New Worlds reviews are going to be awesome. Keep up the great work. So thank you, Tangerine Star. PayPal. It's something else you guys can do if you don't want to super chat. CF puts in $10. As excited as I am, I can't help but wince at the rumors of a Kirk recast. I liked Ethan Peck, but can lightning strike twice and with a character as iconic? Yeah, as far as that goes, those are just rumors right now, and he would have to be worked in organically. He would be a lieutenant or lieutenant commander or whatever at this point, and would be serving probably on the Farragut. So one episode with him would be fine, and then just kind of, off to do his own thing, and not see him again in the series would be great. So, yeah, I mean, can they do it twice? Probably. I mean, the casting might be good, but yeah, I was kind of concerned about Spock at first, but he turned out to be a pretty good Spock. So, you gotta hope for the best. Rel puts in $2. You deleted the color point that hangs down. Yes, we did. The asymmetrical color just does not work. Scottish Trekkie throws in £5. Samuel, is your uniform a replica or real TOS shirt with a zip on the neck? If so, it's awesome. Live long and prosper, Commander.
Bloody button. No, it's it's not a Novos. It's not original. The Novos are a little bit too expensive. This is actually an Australian dude made them, and they're remarkably cheap, remarkably good. I guess he prides himself on high quality work.
Looks great.
It was a
better than mine.
Well, my dad got 2 Novoses, the original run and then the secondary run, both of which you could instantly see. Well, that detail's wrong. That it's embarrassing, really. They look great until you start looking at them, but they're meant to make whatever. And then so he got one of these as a test, just whatever. It was 1/3 the price, and then he was so good, so we got the entire range, blue, red, and gold. And he got me one for my birthday because it was oh no, I want you to have one here. I was oh, it wasn't, but it was just a random present. It was here's a uniform. Thanks. And then we tailored it a little bit to me, going to the tailoring store because that helps. You need that for a uniform. And there you go. So I was forced into a free uniform, and I'm okay with that.
Yes, there's your answer. Scott Abel, €10. Thank you very much. I think Mount has the capacity to be the Rushmore of captains. He is archetypical for what fans want. Second, the retcon of Pike's tragic story and Discovery actually improved the story from TOS.
It's not a retcon per se, it's just an addition with a slight spin.
Yep. James McGill, $5. Love what I've seen of Pike, Spock, and number 1. What other characters you hope to see in the Pike series? What famous ship you think should be introduced in Strange New Worlds? I don't know. Characters, there could be so many. Be cool if Rebecca Romaine played Nurse Chapel on a starbase or something as well. With a blonde wig.
Or just both on the same show. Don't even F with it. Just same character, same actress, 2 parts.
That'd be neat. Yeah.
And the ship's computer. Because why not? No, I guess that was a man, wasn't it? Hey, show Excalibur, show other Connies. That'd be nice. That's an easy way of using the idea of same set multiple. Although they have to have the new corridors finally. I hate the corridors. They're just cheap Discovery redresses. They're not going to do that. They have to make new ones, so look forward to those proper ones. Other Constitution classes, that's easy. Robert April, that's an easy one. Admiral April, that's easy. Admiral Nagura, someone like that. Bit of a reference there.
As for the Kirk thing, I think he did mention at one point that he never actually met Pike before the accident.
Yes.
But if they're going to include him in the show, there are other ways to do that without having him actually physically meet Pike. He could be part of a mission that
with the Farragut. Yeah.
Yep, Spock goes over, or number one goes over.
Yeah, number one would be the
and
safe
meets
one.
him. Yeah.
Right.
So there's ways to include Kirk without having to meet Pike, if anybody's concerned about that.
But for me, that's
Which
a
I'm sure it's
season.
welcome.
That's a season 3 thing. That's a you've earned
Yeah.
Kirk, because Kirk's hard. Kirk's hard to do. Any other characters? More aliens. Yeah, Tholians. I want a whole Tholian subplot. Perfect.
Dr. Boyce from the Cage, the original
Sure. Hey.
older Doctor
Yeah.
would be cool.
Yeah. Or like a transition. We see, but I mean, do we know that McCoy wasn't on the? I assume Kirk could have asked him to be on the ship because they were friends. So I guess you could probably say no to McCoy.
McCoy wasn't even on the ship in Where No Man Has Gone before yet, so.
True. Yeah, but more alien race. I'd love to see, Gorn, Atholian, see some of those classics again, because you can do some really interesting political stuff with them, just really easily. Use the TOS verse effectively. Is going to be pretty cool.
And Yeoman Coat is not an alien, says Pike and Kirk did meet once. Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember what the line was. It's I met him for a second or something, or I didn't know him very well before the accident, or something like that. So
maybe like a conference or something.
Yeah. Lookout Tower Radio throws in £5. Hey, Captain and Commander.
Hello.
This is brilliant news. Love the uniforms as well. If it's going to be true to Jeffrey Hunter, we need plenty of red shirts to dye. Wow.
Well, we are going to get the proper primary color uniforms again, so that can be a thing again.
Yep, and we're happy with that.
Very happy with that. Hey,
Scottish
Stuart,
Trekkie.
if they can improve it with the collar, as we see, I might have to get a Pike era uniform.
Well, I will get one of those uniforms, but I will fix the collar, regardless whether they do on the show or not, because that's how it should be.
Well, we've seen it on the side characters in the short trek, so I mean, yeah.
Scottish Trekkie throws in £15.
Oh God, man, stop! I mean, don't stop, but stop.
Hashtag Trekyards. This is because I love you guys and channel for coming here, and I love watching you for Star Trek talk and Starship. I love you guys. Hugs. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. Wow.
We
do feel the love.
Yes. Metallica fan 1442 puts in £5.
Thank you.
No question. Just want to say I know it's way off, but I am so excited for this show. Well, a lot of us are excited for the show, even though it's quite a ways in the future. We're just hoping for the best.
But I can imagine this would be a clever marketing tool, as in, especially if everything is at home, they could use this as the little carrot to Trek fans, saying, the first 5 scripts have been written for Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and they're all episodic, and here is Ansem out telling you about them. You could really meet this out as a way of promoting the positive Trek while things just being finished.
Yep.
Because that's so far away, Yeah.
You
need something.
Prime 1351 $2.
Thank you.
Please make Simon Pegg showrunner.
Well. Yeah, I'd love to see that. He'd do great. He's a smart man.
Yeah.
What's he doing right now?
I don't know. Probably having a coffee right now. I don't know. Scott Mays puts in £2.
Thank you.
Am I the only one who loves the large bridge window? Probably. I don't mind it on the inside, like big, more widescreen than the smaller one. But yeah, for an actual window is stupid. We've talked about this many times.
On the inside, should just be a view screen. Then it's like a window has no benefits beyond. There's more downsides to a window overall.
Ships are always too far away to see them anyway. So having a window with an overlay of magnification and stuff is cool, but it's not really necessary. And
then if you're trying to show, say you're at warp and you want to look at the back of your ship to show whatever, or if your nebula in front of you, a planet back of you, well, now you're seeing an image over the top of the real window, and that's hard to see. Why would you want two conflicting images?
Make it not transparent.
That's not what they did in the show. It was you could see both at the same time. It was hard.
I know, but they have the capability to do that, I'm sure. So
the view screen is brilliant, and it's digital. They're a tremendous job, but lose it in the exterior, or at least make it not...
Yep.
Again, you have the same effect, but be correct to fans, mostly. It's not rocket science, and they're getting closer.
Yeah.
Getting closer.
Phaser Face puts in $5.
Thank you again.
American Horror Story, telling style Trek should show would work for me. New story, new ship, and crew each season. Yeah, would love that. I think that'd be great. We've been kind of touting that for a while as well.
Yeah, we pitched the anthology show ages ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's and the way they're burning through money on these different shows, they don't have the budget for that. I mean,
Yeah.
do you know how much this is costing them? A lot. But don't make money without spending money. So I mean,
Yeah.
you
Rise on Gaming puts on $20 Canadian.
know.
So thank you.
Ooh, thank you.
Just wanted to say, hey guys,
Hello.
keep the balanced info flowing, and so happy that their aim is to keep Star Trek on the air 365 days of the year, maybe. Between Trekyards and the new show, we are going to have a lot of content. Yeah, we're always going to be here doing things, so keep checking back with us at least a few times a week, even in the slow times, maybe 2 times a week. But we're still coming at you weekly.
And it's certainly, yeah. I mean, you know, even if the Trek we've been getting is on the lower end of the spectrum as all Trek is concerned, it's still new Trek to watch every week. It's still new discussions to have. It's still new videos and discuss. That's brilliant, you know. And we're certainly using it to its most, you know.
Oh, yeah. Stephen W. Fathry, $2.
Hey, thank you.
Didn't Kirk say he never met Pike before Menagerie?
See, I thought that.
Somebody else. I'm going to skip ahead one super chat for a second because it answers that. Ozzy puts in $5. Kirk met Pike when Pike was promoted to fleet captain. So there you go.
Okay. Like a formal dinner sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So didn't really know the man, is what he said. Is what he was implying in Menagerie.
Yeah.
Carrie Ivory, $10.
Oh wow! Thank you.
I am excited at exploring different aspects of the number 1 character. Ever since I watched The Cage as a kid, I've been fascinated by her. The backstage drama also added to the mystique.
Yeah. Mystique. Yeah, Mystique. Play Mystique.
Oh.
I don't know if that was intentional. That was pretty good.
That's good.
Well, the thing about the number one character, there's no character. It's razor thin.
She's a walking computer. That's all we know.
But Rebecca remained there brilliantly.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to do more in 15 minutes than Magell did for the most part. No, not in a bad way. Just, you know, she's actually you have to ask, who the hell is she? And that's going to be okay. Just don't have her sing at Spock anymore. That short was good until it wasn't. They almost had it. Almost had it.
Olivia Julius throws in $2 and says last. He's the last super chat, I guess. Kind of. Yeah.
No, still at 20, bit early there. 22 minutes to go. What? Yeah. Dan says Cage not canon. Yes, Cage is canon, Dan. What are you on about? It's been canon for a long time.
Watch the Menagerie. It's clearly canon.
Yes.
That's the other thing too. For the episode of season 2 of Discovery where they showed the original opening of the show with original scenes from the Age, whatever you want to say, with the original Enterprise, they even stated that was officially what it was. So it's going to need to be explained. They're not going to do it, but
yeah. Well, like I say, they just move the color scheme forward, will make a big difference. They got so close.
Commander Thripp says he means the Cage episode, not the edited one in Menagerie. It's the same thing. So I know it's edited down a little bit in Menagerie, but still, it's the same story.
I mean, you consider that as a, you know, that's why Gene gave a date to it, because it fits into the chronology, and the tech does. And I mean, if that wasn't canon, there wouldn't be the Discovery phases with the 3. You know, it's part of the tech evolution for better and for worse.
Yep.
You know, and you like the bridge. I mean, you like the bridge colors and such.
I love the bridge in the Cage much better. I like the darker colors as opposed to the more primary colors. So, and the displays are better. John Harrison throws in £5. Read this, Stewart. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Is your tongue tied? Also, hope beam weapons are right. Okay, in last episode of Disco. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. No, my tongue is not tied. And Ace throws in another $5. I thought you were frozen there. You were saying so still. Have you heard the Netflix trying to buy CBS Paramount rumor? No, but I have heard that CBS and might have to be selling off Star Trek, but I don't also know if that's real or not. So
yeah, without any other sources, I mean, we've heard dozens of rumors in the last 3 years, and most have not
Seth
been
MacFarlane
true.
was going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, these things may have been in very early stages, but I don't buy it. I mean, this brand has made them billions of pounds, billions of dollars. You know, yes, if their company's in absolute disarray, fine, but it's one of their biggest franchises, and I mean, how much do they have invested right now in 5 new shows? I mean, they're signing checks left, right, and centre. I don't think they're gonna sell. You know, it doesn't seem likely. I just no, I don't buy it. It seems very unlikely. It seems like a clickbaity article. Oh look, there are a few of those out there.
James McGill, $2.
Hey.
Gotta go. You both look sharp in uniform. Keep on trekking. Thank you, James.
Thank you so much, James. We do try. I'll have to do another costume live stream. It does certainly change the vibe a little bit when you're feeling smart and slightly canon. Yeah. Just a tad. So
I gotta get a better TOS one. Your dad has to get me one from that guy in Australia, or give me the contact info and I'll get it.
To send it here so Australia to the UK to Canada through US.
No, just have him contact him and send it to me directly.
Oh, it's just a shop. You just buy it.
Well, then give me the information.
That's fine.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it now.
Do it now. No, yeah. Star Trek New World. Star Trek New. No. Strange. No. Let's get to it. Strange.
That's his attempt at a discovery thing on. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of talked out now.
That was a very vibrant discussion, Stuart.
That was a fantastic live.
Yeah, as you can tell, we respond to you guys. So your bouncy comments, your super chats, your viewership, it obviously energizes us. You know, I think when we did one of the Discovery trailers, it was like a 3-hour live, and we would just keep on going because yes, it was a discussion to have. Absolutely.
And there's a new super chat, but I'm gonna let you read this one because it's out of my ballpark.
Fleet Paw Swiftback, $1.99. K less.
Woohoo!
That's what I wanted, right?
Yep.
Oh, excellent! Good. There you go.
I couldn't do that. So.
Yeah.
Area 51, Trekyards. Jeffrey Combs should be in the reoccurring bad guy for Strange New Worlds. That'd be awesome. Or a good guy, just a character. Or 5 characters.
No, I love that. We'll have him be a Klingon finally.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeffrey's a tremendously varied actor, and actually, this could be the sign to bring back some old guard. I know we had obviously, Trinium, Tranio guy, back in Discovery as a random reference. Yeah. Mr. Howard, I think his name. But I mean,
Clint Howard, yeah.
Thank you. Why not embrace the legacy a little bit more? You know, I know I dismiss heavy Enterprise people because they're all dead. That would be why. But you could have.
T'Pol might be able to make an appearance.
I know, but still, that's pushing T'Pol to the absolute extreme. Because we saw how she looked at Enterprise, having lived 2 lives, and she was really old. I think that was only like 80 years, 60 years. This is like 110. I mean, it's very, very far away. So I and obviously T'Pol's kid doesn't really have the same resonance because that's not the point. Hologram. Well, no, you can't do a hologram. Well, no, you can because they have holograms in Blade.
Well, we don't know how long Denoblians live. You could see Phlox.
I mean, that'd be fun. Be very random. He could be a medical leader of the Denobian. I mean, how nice would that be if
That's who Christine could be working with right now before she goes on the Enterprise.
Yeah, it's a 2-episode mini episode where they warp into a Denobian colony. We're like, oh, Denobian's cool, and we see like 10 people in full makeup, and then there's whatever the guy's name is playing Phlox, and he's, looking grey. He's like Sarek, the equivalent of TNG, and he's just as peppy. And we're like, my God, Phlox is a really happy man. He's 200 years old, and he has even more wives now. And it's like, damn, Phlox, you've been
a happy man.
So I said, happy. The key to living 200 years is many, many, many. Moving on. Yeah.
Fleet Pod Swiftback puts in $2. T'Pol would have been around 166 at this point in time.
That's pretty old.
That is pushing it.
Yeah. And she also had a trillium addiction, so I guarantee her brain doesn't work as well as it used to.
Yeah. And Scottish Trekkie throws in another 10 pounds. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, if you want Samuel to do it, Kailash, LOL.
Oh, I feel like I have to now.
You do have to.
So I have to say it for Scottish Trekkie, don't I?
Yes.
For Kailash!
Oh, sorry. Before you do it again,
oh, God.
Fleet Pod, plug your ears. You don't deserve this.
Kailash! This is a Klingon smoking.
An asthmatic Klingon. There you
go. I want my bat left. Mom, give me the bat left. I fight for Kailash.
You okay?
Yeah. Wow, I'm lightheaded. Sarek died at 200 years. So that was TNG. He died. So he was very senior at 200. 203.
Well, he had a rare condition though as well. So.
Yeah, I suppose.
John Harrison, 2 pounds. Denobulans live between 170 and 280 years.
There you go. Perfect.
That is fantastically perfect.
There you go. I mean, you should always have someone to send off the new show. They kind of ignored that, but hey, if we're back in episodic Trek film Trek, have Phlox jump in. That would make so much sense. Do it. Yeah.
I would love it. I love Phlox. Good character.
Well, actor made the character. Honestly, I mean, such a talented chap.
Yeah. Eric Seaman, do you think they will explain why the Enterprise looks different? No, they won't. Or just play pretend that it's always that way. Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do.
Well, remember, we're now starting to build references to that Enterprise being the only Enterprise, because now it's been in Picard. So now we've got 2 independent shows. The Connie has like 6, and now let's see how. There you go.
Ian Smith, though, throws in $10. Hey, guys, I got chills seeing this on IG earlier. Yeah. I'm excited to see episodic stories with new adventures. Yep. Also, really want to see a TOS fleet, Miranda's, Saladin's, and Foley class. Cheers, guys. Hey, he's a suck-up, that guy. But that's okay. So
no, 100%. Yeah.
There's even a Discovery version of it. I've made a Discovery version. Just saying.
Well, okay then. Oh, it's there's so much they can do.
And they should do. But
well, yeah.
A lot of things they shouldn't do, which they likely will do.
But as we know, they're improving every time.
That's true.
Slowly. Gently. Improving.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're in the final 11 minutes. Can we have quick fire questions? For any super chat amount, I want to see quick questions with either a yes or no answer. Like even for like $2. You know what I mean? Like let's play a game here. Ask us some questions. Quick fire. Start throwing them in. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see how many we can answer in 11 minutes. There's my challenge to you all for $2.
Do it.
Yeah. About anything, Bobs, if you want to do about Picard. Picard, Pike, and New Worlds. See, I feel like I would just say New Worlds. Start at New Worlds. To say Strange New Worlds feels a bit cumbersome. Well, I mean, no, I like that because it implies way more exploration than New Worlds. So I like the idea of it. Just saying start at Strange New Worlds doesn't quite flow as well.
That's part of the Starfleet or Star Trek mantra. Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, no, there you go as well, yeah.
But if you go Strange Worlds, sounds odd.
Oh,
New
God, yeah.
Worlds also sounds awful. So, I mean, it needs that. It needs it.
But the fact that you can see the genesis of this... Oh, hey, Genesis, you kind of said about the early experience of the Genesis device.
Genesis?
Sorry, huh? Genesis! Genesis! Genesis!
Yes, Genesis. How can you be deaf with ears like that? Fleet Boss Swiftback puts in $2. Well, thinking, will we see Dragon-faced Officer again? I think is what he's...
Which one was that? I don't know if I remember which one that was.
Just say yes or no.
Oh, yes.
Prime 1351, $2. Kelvin class cameo with retcon size.
Yes.
Yay or nay?
Yes.
Yes.
Easy.
Let's see. Luke, Celeste, $2. They can do or they cannot do. Canon do. That's good.
Kailash. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. The dragon-faced officer is Yeoman Colt from the cage. Yeah, but Yeoman Colt wasn't an alien. Yeoman Colt was the blonde.
I don't know what's going on. Oh,
That's
her.
fine.
Yeah, she was ginger.
Scottish Trekkie throws in £5.
Ooh.
Star Trek Strange Worlds question. What 3 top Federation ships would you like to see by Enterprise?
I guess
with Enterprise?
Yeah.
Saladin, for sure. A Federation class, Dreadnought. And the Miranda class. All TOS versions, or Discovery-ized versions, I guess. But, yeah.
Well, hopefully we can say Strange New Worlds advised. Although, at some point we'll call it the Pike Prize, like the Piker Prize.
The Piker Prize. This Pike Prize is good.
Because there'll be a new version. It won't be a Discovery Prize anymore. It'll be a new... Because it can't be... we're not in the Discovery anymore. We're in the pre-TOS. Because we're past Discovery now. We've got to move past the Discovery era. But yeah, Miranda, top one, absolutely. I'd like to see the Shepherd class? Or the Hoover class, one of the Discovery ones. Which is basically Miranda, but Discovery advised. The roll bar, the Miranda. And Saladin, obviously, but that's boring because you said it. But give us like a Raven, TOS Raven or something.
The Real Zam, $2. Will Pike say the opening speech in the intro? No, he won't say the same opening. It'll be a different one.
And you know what? It'll be all 3 of them. They'll give a unified speech. And
probably.
And that will be the symbol of we're here in the trifecta. That is what I think it will be. And that's good. To seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where no one, no woman, no Vulcan, and no me has been before.
No, they're going to change it. They're not going to have the same one as Kirk's.
But I think it could be fun to have them all 3 say it as another.
But it'll be very similar, but it'll be different.
Yeah.
Joe Torres.
Hey,
$2. Mirror Universe visit again.
Ooh.
If they go long enough, I can see it for a season 3 or something.
Give me Mirror Universe ship ends up in our timeline with one last crew member living. There you go. There's an alternate take.
That.
Yeah.
I like that.
And because it's slightly more advanced tech-wise, it becomes a menace. There you go. Do that version.
Yeah. Ian Smith, $5. Any way you'd be okay with Borg or Cardassians in this? Also, not a suck-up. Love the Dreadnought. Which Dreadnought? The Federation or the Foley class?
Foley.
Anyway, Borg, absolutely 1000% no. Cardassians, no.
Cardassians would be the same as forcing...
Of them...
Oh, sorry. You, by the way.
I just said maybe whisperings of them, but that's it.
Yeah, to do it, you'd have to do the same way that the Ferengian Enterprise, this very inorganic...
Yeah.
And we forgot about them, because that's really a long way away. Seriously, use Gorn, use Tholin, use Kazinti. They were mentioned. Use the Hydrons, Lyrans, as we always say. You've got this great repository of things. I mean, they probably don't own them all, so they can't. I know they had to get permission to use Kazinti, so I mean, you know, it's all. I mean, why would you use ones you have to pay? As you said, why would you? You know, because also think about it. If you start with say using the Kazinti, right, you got to pay the guy that made the Kazinti, and then every time you make a Kazinti ship, the name Kazinti is in the ship. So every model you make from Ugamos, you got to pay him. You're now losing 5% of everything you make. Why would you do that? Just make a new race called the Katavans.
Zindi. There was Zindi replaced the Interstellar Concordium. Because
Yeah.
the Interstellar Concordium and Starfleet battles were the exact same as the Zindi. 5 different species that were one. Anyway.
You know they didn't know about it. You know no one in the writers' room knew
Oh,
about that.
they had to have, because that was too much of a similarity.
No, I guarantee they didn't.
Too much of a similarity, dude. Some Russian guy, Vovacat17, puts in 40 rubles. So
Thanks, man.
Is it a mini-series or full-scale one? No clarification yet. We're kind of vibing like an actual series, but we don't know for sure.
No, I think they would. A full series. Oh.
Prime 1351, $2. Breen, yay or nay? Nay.
I could see a yay. I could see a yay. We have no evidence between yay or not. If he has a different armor set, they don't know what they look like. They don't know what they sound like. Give him a different armor, but like a similar helmet, but a different vibe. He'd be a single mercenary.
We could see one without helmets. We wouldn't know they were green until later. That'd be kind of cool.
But have him like a Breen, like we had in the short trek with Mud, you know, the bounty hunter guy. Breen bounty hunter. They don't know his species. He's off the records. Yeah, I could see a Breen. That's kind of They're such a minor race in the grand scheme, but interesting. Yeah. I could see that being.
Rise On Gaming, $5. How many times will they use the F word in the new series, episodes 1 through 5? None. Maybe one.
I didn't even think about that.
I can see one, but I can see some new ensign or something coming on board and saying it, and Pike slaps him down really hard because that's what Pike would do. Shut up! It's too close. It's too similar.
Coolish. There you go.
But that would establish Pike as like this hardcore guy, and
not on my ship.
Slapping down the use of the F word in Star Trek. It would be very. It would be very.
Or the opposite. Say they're warping out and they see this nebula, and the Helman's like, "That's fucking cool," and then Pike's like, and then Rebecca Rain like turns to him and says, "On the Enterprise, we act professionally." Yeah. Sorry, sir. Like that. But I don't think F word. I think that'll be a non-F word show, but I think we'll have shits and hells, like everything but, which I do not care about. Those are non-word. Those are fine. The F word is a symbolic thing. Like damn means nothing. You know, shit means nothing. Oh shit, it's a thing. But yeah, I think that should be a no F bomb, unless like a writer distinctly needs it, or like one a season. Like pick a moment. You know, that I could maybe get behind, but has to be a real reason. You know, it's a good question actually. That's a really fun question.
Yeah, double guitars, €2. Anyone from TNG, etc. You'd like to show up in this?
Yes.
Who?
Oh, Worf's dad.
Oh, Colonel Worf.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
his granddad, but yeah.
Granddad.
Well, yeah, but there you go. Well, yeah, Michael Dorn as Colonel Worf. I mean, seriously, that's an easy way to do it. I mean, I know it's technically TNG, but yeah, have him be a proper Klingon as a symbol, have him be a regular, as like someone they deal with. It'd be a fun way around that. Because he was obviously nice to, he was the arbiter for Kirk, so he was obviously less negative towards the Enterprise, like Federation, so that would make a lot of sense, and Michael would love to do it. And I'm sure him and Anston have really good chemistry, honestly.
Yeah.
And they probably met before at conventions like Destination, because they were both there. I bet they have.
Scottish Trekkie.
Dude!
Stop it! At Trekyards, guys, thank you for making my night better with this horrible virus, but I'm going to head off and watch some Star Trek before bed. Good night. Good night, sir. Have a good one.
Thank you so much. Been amazing. Thank you. And we're in last like 1 or 2 minutes, guys, so kicking butt, last little bit. Go for it, Stuart. We'll see if we can fit one in.
Captain Casey Stewart, $2.
Thank you.
Is this around the time they met the Shellyak Corporation? Probably. When did they say they established that contract? 90 years ago or something? It'll be in the ballpark, but...
Shellyak were damn fun. They were a standout. Maybe.
Yeah.
No one knew what they were, but they were fun. They were fun.
Vavacat 17, 100 rubles.
Thank you.
Oh, I like the this idea that Enterprise is this elite ship and everyone is so full of themselves. DS9 has kind of already proven it.
Well, I mean,
they're,
especially
the, they're the best of the best, those guys. So
there's 12 ships that are the best ships in the fleet, and these guys are on them. And you're one of the 12 captains chosen to be the best of the best. And you just help save the universe. So...
assuming this happens after Discovery, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Spock got chosen by a future time traveler to tell about the future of the past, seeing the future of the death, the destruction of the universe. He's quite special. We also have 2 PayPals if you just want to read those. To make sure I actually grab them. From Charles Kelly and from Robert Hayes.
Can you read them? I'm looking up a PayPal right now.
Yeah, Robert Hayes is the one that's a message, I think. It says, will Clam Fandango be showing up in this? That's Shazad Latif. I hope so. I mean, I would make sense. Would make sense.
Thrib said he sent to PayPal. Can't find it. And it's just the blah, 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 blah. Above them says, please read messages that aren't super hats. We can't all pay for the...
super hats.
Well, generally we do. We pull comments out of the regular chat as well. But this one's been very super chat intensive because they keep coming in. And we need to keep on top of those because those are the people that are going out of their way to help us out by super chatting.
Yeah.
And we read them on air. So
I mean, for $2, we'll read every single one. So it's a pretty low barrier to entry, but it's not not necessary. But we earn like 70% of our YouTube from them. So it's a really great way of having a very direct link that that for doing $2, $5, $10, it's literally keeping us going. And I mean, 500 people watching, it's just this brilliant conversation that you get to be. If you want to be in it, you can be in it 100%.
And yeah, I mean, if it was a light super chat night, we would be reading questions and comments from the regular chat, which we've done a little bit of tonight as well. So, anyway, Scott Abel throws in €5. The straight connection from Captain Pike is Captain April, Counterclock Incident, the animated series, or TOA. I don't know what that is. How would you see that going down? I would.
April should be in it. I can buy it.
We could even have a flashback of him handing over the Enterprise to Pike.
That's nice. I like that, actually.
That would work.
And then they could double back. They could paint the bridge and make it like Cage, like colours, for like a flashback. And that's all we need to do. But that'd be great though to have Admiral April as their contact with Starfleet. It's easy, it's simple. We've never seen April in live action. Would be good. But yeah, we are at the end. So final super chat competition.
Oh, we got a PayPal.
Okie dokie doke.
$3 from Robert Hayes. Will Clam Fandango?
That's what I read, and I said yes.
Oh, because you're reading my PayPal.
You told me to.
No, I said, could you read?
And I did.
I thought you were talking about a super chat that came in.
I said the PayPal.
I said, you do that. I'm checking the PayPals because I said that. And you were anyway.
So final super chat. Who wants to win that? You guys have been absolutely amazing. It's been a tremendous live. I think it's brightened up my week as well. I think actually.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Great way to end the week.
Yeah, seriously.
Fleet Pass Swiftback $2. 458 likes. Love it. Hashtag Pike likes Spike. Well, with 335, you're still here. If you haven't hit the like button.
You know what? We can hit 500. It's a free thing if you've got an account. Click like, do it on your phone, your tablet, on your computer. I want to see this jump in likes. We're just about to finish off. 464. There's so many of you watching. Come on. 500 likes within our reach. That will help us in analytics. That will help us boom. Click that like button right now. I'm seeing it go up. It's in real time. Click like. Come on, guys. It's been absolutely incredible. What can we do? 500, Stuart. Can we do it? I don't know. 468.
We can. Not before the end of the live.
Probably. Well, no. 471, guys. We're going up. Lots and lots of super chat. Lots and lots of likes. 474. Only 25 more likes to go.
And we got Yeoman Cold is not an alien. Jill. And I agree with her name. Is $2 and with a sticker that says here.
Well, that's her cheeky message, which is you cheeky woman. I love it.
This is where it ends, right there.
Jill, how excited are you about this? Don't have to super chat. Just how excited are you as one of our most regulars? Actually, you know what? Yeah, click like now, and I want to see in the chat as we Give us a rating out of 10. How excited you are for this? I want to see a spam of numbers and likes. Out of 10, how excited for this are you right now? Go. And at 481 likes, click more like. We're 19 away. 19. 328 people. Come on, 19 of you have not clicked like. Come on.
11, 7, 10,
11.
8, 5, 7 out of 10, 6, 5, 9, 7, 10. So it's going from super excited to cautiously optimistic with like a 5. Oh, we got a 3.
14
7,
likes.
11.
Come on, guys. 14 likes. We're right there.
Negative 10.
That's not a lot.
9, 8, 6.5, 8, 10, 7.5, 7, 8. Minus 2. Got to remember
8
who
more.
makes this.
8 more likes. Come on. God! You can do it.
Fleetpaw Swiftback, $2. 5 out of 10. Cautiously hopeful.
We always are.
And Phil Ingram puts
5
in
more
€2.
likes.
No comment.
Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. 5 more likes.
10. We got a 10. We got 11. We got 10. We got 5. We got 8. We got 1. Well, it's all over the board now.
Kevin says they got to earn it. That is fair.
If done right, I will give it an 8.
You have to watch it first. You can't say that.
6 out of 6, 10. Very hopeful. 9.
Oh, Jill 9. 6 more likes, guys. Come on. 315. 5 of you have not clicked like. Come on.
Hunter Gifford, $5. Haven't watched anything past Discovery Season 1, but this might be something good. Watch Discovery Season 2 and you'll know about Pike, and you'll see how good he can be. So
binge it so you don't see the flaws.
Good. Yeah.
But it is very bingeable. But it does get worse as it goes on. 4 likes, guys. 4 likes to go. That's
Lincoln
it.
2. Optimism, Captain. With the big smile. Denobulin.
2 more likes. Will you be the one that finishes the 500? This is up to you now. We're right there. We've reached the precipice.
2 more likes. 2 of you haven't hit like. Hit like.
And you will know you'll be 1 more. The last person will be it. Come on. You know you're out there. 503. There we go.
Dreamer, I love how it does that. It's like, I'll send 4.
Yeah.
Dreamer out there puts in $2. They should call it Star Trek Stockholm Syndrome.
No, that's not a good super chat to end on. Give us a positive end one. No, Dreamer, no. Jesus.
Jeff Jacobs, 205. I knew we could do it. 9 out of 10. Hashtag. The twos add up, LOL. I know, I'm just busting your balls, man.
Well done, everyone. That was an achievement. We worked for that, Stuart. 506. We worked for that.
That was awesome. That was a fun live, man. I really appreciate all you guys. A lot of you have gone already because we were up to like 450, but
that's okay. Hey, most of them are still here. You crazy cats.
Kevin Johnson, $5. Congrats on 500 likes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. And you'll see a new video tomorrow. Look forward to that. And I'm sure we'll do lives next week. TNG and discussing. We'll see.
Probably do a live or maybe 2 on the weekend. So check those out as well.
Super duper duper. And seriously, guys, do go back and watch Rick Sternbuck live from this week. It was super interesting live. I mean, it is a treasure to be able to get him and Doug, obviously, but very different lives. Go back and watch. Really, really good stuff. And of course, the 2-part of Resurrection Starships, we just did 2 parts on. Go back and watch those. He's a great guest. Go check his channel. And see stuff next week. So, Stuart, what's your final word?
Cautiously optimistic.
It's 2 words.
About strange new worlds.
I tell you what, you say one, you say the first, and I'll say a second, and we'll be our final words together.
Good.
Nope, not what I was going for.
Too bad. That's what I said. Okay, channel.
Nope, you say cautiously. I'm allowing some shit.
Gotcha. Ian Smith, $2, 500 likes is awesome.
It is.
Cautiously.
Optimistic. There's our final words. So until next time, guys, he's Captain Foley.
I'm Captain Foley. He's Commander Cockings. See? His are better than mine.
I am the right side. I've just flipped. It's not my fault. I'll do the comment. There we go. Okay. Bye, guys.